friends, thanks for joining me for the Paper Dolls collaboration. This is a collaboration hosted by me and my friend Jen at Sassy Southern North Carolina Girl. And today we are embellishing a gift bag using one of our paper dolls. I used the freebies that are available in my Facebook group, Creating with Jovi Journals and Crafts. I used the background from the freebies and two of the dolls from the freebies. So head on over there if you'd like to collect those up for yourself. And then just so that you know, I have more dolls available in my Etsy shop in a digital kit called Paper Dolls. Today we're going to create an embellished gift bag, and so I thought I would go ahead and use this one. It's got polka dots on it, which I think is pretty cute. Also going to use part of this background. Actually, maybe I'll use the whole thing. Maybe I'll cut it in half and do half on one side of the bag and then half on the other side of the bag. That might be cute too. Just so that you know, this is part of the freebies that you can get in my Facebook group, Creating with Jovi's Journals and Crafts. You have to agree to the terms, and then I'll let you into the group. I wanted to let you know that these paper dolls here are also part of the freebies, as well as these. And there are a few others that I already used this month for this collaboration. The first one was this beautiful fall card that I made. I'm in love with it, really. And then the week number 2, I went ahead and created this really pretty tag. And I love this as well. So this was the fall theme. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a Christmas theme for this gift bag that we have. All right, my friends, I got the background put down and we got the paper doll put down. I did the same on this side. I used the other half of the background and then this paper doll on this side. Now what I would like to do is go ahead and use some trim. I chose white because I don't have that much red actually. So I chose white. But I thought what I would do, we're going to go around it, you know, kind of give it a frame. And then if I want to play around with some of this just as an accent, I can. But we're going to first just focus on getting this down. I have warmed up my hot glue gun. So we're going to want 2 that go this way and then 2 that go this way. And actually, let me see if I have enough to do that on the other side as well. Hopefully I do. Let's find out. I do, and then I have this much to spare, so that's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and cut all these pieces to size. We're going to go ahead and begin gluing our trim onto the bag. All right, my friends, I wanted to show you that it's framed out. We're going to need to do something in the corners. I'm thinking maybe buttons, but also I'd like to go ahead and start adding some of this, just maybe sort of squiggly, nothing perfect or straight or anything like that. Just have some fun with it and add a little bit of interest to it. So I'm going to start with that, and I think for this part of it, I'll use the Fabri-Tac. I'm going to do thin lines and just try to put the rope in it, the trim in it, and that's how we're going to do that. I think that should work out pretty nicely. All right, my friends, I have a couple of thoughts for embellishments. I had these buttons. I think they're really, really cool. They have that aged look. And then I had some black and white gingham, which I thought was cute. And I thought I'd put this one here, and then I thought I would go ahead and put this one down here. So I tore some fabric that was obviously black and white gingham, and I'm just going to show you how I'm going to thread it through the button. So I've got my little not pliers, I was going to call these needle nose pliers. They are not, these are tweezers. And I'm folding this so that there's just a little bit hanging on this side, and then I'm pushing it through like this. Pull this through and then fold it over, and then that looks pretty cute. So that is how we threaded the buttons with some cute fabric. And now I'm just going to use my hot glue gun and glue those into place. That should be easy enough. And it covers the awkward spot, you know, that like where the two ribbons don't meet exactly perfect. It covers that up. And so now I'm going to do the bottom as well. Both sides are going to be a little bit different because I only have, you know, like 2 of these buttons, so I'll have to do the other side with other stuff. And then I was wondering, I don't know about you guys, but where I live in Florida, we get roses in the winter. They grow much better in the winter here than they do in the summer. So I thought about putting some roses down here, but let's play with some of the other things we have. I've got a nice big red button here. That would look super cute. And then I have a triangular one here. We could keep it simple and just do buttons on this side. Or let me try the roses on one more time. Or I could do this, which of course does look very pretty. I wonder if it belongs though. That's what I can't figure out. Is it right? I can't quite figure out if it's right. Instead of switching to the red buttons, I could use brown buttons up in the corners here, like that. Maybe that looks more cohesive. I had the tiniest piece of scrap of this, so I put it through this button, and then I am going to go ahead and use this red one down here in the corner. All right, my friends, I had a delivery. Somebody was delivering a new washing machine for me. So it was kind of like dealing with that and trying to get in on this. So at any rate, I wanted to show you that I added this button. I think I did that on camera. And then I went ahead and added this nice white one, and I let a little gold and white rope hang from that. This is the first side of the gift bag, and now I'm going to go ahead and finish this side of the gift bag. Okay, my friends, I was thinking I would use 2 of these larger dark buttons and then 2 of these, I don't know where the other one went, oh here it is, and 2 of the larger lighter brown buttons. And so I'm going to put one on, I'm going to put the dark one over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the other dark one over here. And I wanted to show you real quick. Usually you can get this this twine or this thread up here. But this one has proven to be a little bit difficult. Although it went through that really easily, I don't expect it to go through the lighter ones that easily. But you can take a little tiny piece of tape and just wrap it around the end. Make it as tight as you possibly can. And then I'm just going to wrap it around. And I'm going to cut it at a point, and that should help. Let's find out. Okay, it made going through that one a breeze. But that one, in truth, is the easy one. So we'll see how it works. We'll do it again on the lighter colored ones because they're much smaller. And I'll see if that tactic will work. Oh, and I'm having to tie the ends because this has that gold that goes around it, but it comes loose real easy. So I tie the ends to keep it from coming unraveled. All right, so I got this one done. Now I'm just going to add a little hot glue, and I'm making sure the hot glue touches the actual twine because that'll help it stick because it's porous, you know. You probably can't see it, but I've got a pretty pointy edge on that one, so I'm going to see if that'll help us wind this through this particular button. Yes, indeedy. So that is great. All right, I went ahead and I trimmed the edges, or I trimmed the ends on this one. And I'm going to pop this one over here. All right, my friends, I have finished both sides of our paper doll gift bag. I will be using this to gift someone something for Christmas time. I think it's perfect for that. I mean, obviously. I appreciate you being here. Please check out Jen's channel. See what she came up with for today. We have one more video next week, and that's going to be Crafter's Choice. So it'll be interesting to see what each one of us decides that we want to make. Thanks for watching. See you soon.